The journey of the 2023 budget began in October of 2022, when the president laid the estimate tagged Budget of Fiscal Sustainability and Transition before the National Assembly. The National Assembly called for defense by MDAs. After debates and consideration, the federal lawmakers passed the budget on the 28th of December 2022.
Aggregate expenditure 21,827,188,747,301 naira only. Those who are at this part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Here on the first working day of the year 2023, it's a defining moment as the president appends his signature to the eighth and final budget of his administration. The figures have, however, been reviewed upward from the original estimate of 20.51 trillion naira to 21.83 trillion naira by the federal lawmakers. Meanwhile, a major point of contention is the president's proposed restructuring of a 22.8 trillion naira Ways and Means loans from the Apex Bank, which the Senate declined.
Failure to grant the securitization approval will, however, cost the government about 1.8 trillion naira in additional interest in 2023, given the differential between the applicable interest rates, which is currently monetary policy rate plus 3%, and the negotiated interest rate of 9%, and a 40-year repayment period on the scrutinized debt of the Ways and Means.
He cited the imminent transition process as reason for his decision to assent to the appropriation bill despite the changes by the National Assembly. On the Finance Bill 2022, the president expressed his regret that its review is yet to be finalized. How best to achieve the revenue targets for the budget is also a task the president is canvassing.
This being a deficit budget, the associated borrowing plan will be forwarded to the National Assembly shortly. I count on the cooperation of the National Assembly for a speedy consideration and approval of the plan.
The legislators, however, warn against overtaxing Nigerians in a bid to expand revenue, while promising to revisit all existing tax waivers and vet the eligibility of all beneficiaries. They take on the president on his observations.
What the National Assembly, both chambers, will ensure that we get revenues, we find more sources, better sources, stabilize the sources, and of course look into some of the legislations and some of the waivers and concessions granted while we are trying to consider and pass the request. We will insist on getting the right documents for our committees to ensure that whatever they advise us to do in the two chambers are based on information and knowledge, and not just passing ways and means without knowing what it is.
It takes all arms of government to be on board to give a true working document for the country. The executive did everything they could, and we have even a wider view, a bird's eye view of what's going on in all the agencies. And we have also complemented what the executive has done. There's no you did, you didn't do. No, it's all for the good of the country, and that's what we've done.
Economists are skeptical that the 2023 budget will fix the pulse of the economy with high unemployment, poverty, and inflation rates. But with less than 53 days to the next general elections, maintaining a consistent January to December budget cycle is a legislative win the Buhari administration and the 9th National Assembly can be proud of. Adesua Omoruan, Arise News.